Welcome to Inwards Outwards, an open mic event at Deb Kaufman's Art Space, featuring storytellers, poets, musicians, and performers from Berkshire County.
Inwards, outwards. Inwards, out.
Around the big 6-0
Nothing. Nothing. You're a girl.
was looming ahead. And then here it is.
Ted. Hi, Deborah.
Deb, you have a birthday coming up.
I do.
What is your birthday? The 4th, the 5th?
8.
The 8th.
8.
That's the 8th.
That's awesome.
And your mother, same day.
Yes.
Oh, that's right.
That's
Way down.
Hi.
It's Ted. Hi, Ted.
Hello.
Oh, there's Deborah and Ted.
We invited a few people. We'll see if they show up.
Where's my control?
Sonia, my new friend on the road, wanted to pop in.
There's side here.
We have Eric and Tamas and Joanne,
All these people
Barb.
here?
Garner, Whoopie-doo. Hey, Tamas. Joanne.
Oh, hi, Tamas.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sonia.
Oh, I hear a little bambino.
Can you guys can hear me now? You hear the crying baby?
Yeah,
Hi.
That must be.
that must be Kristen.
Is the
Here, I
baby on screen? Where is the
No,
baby?
but I can wait, I don't know.
We demand.
Justin's not gonna want to see you be on screen, but he's crying. Say hi, everyone. Here he is.
Oh, oh.
It's our bedtime. Here, put him down here. Everyone's oohing and eyeing. I have it on my phone. Here you go.
I wish I could be
There.
there.
Hi, say hi, everyone.
Anyway, here's a song I wrote for
Say
you.
hi.
Hi, Barbara. Happy birthday, all the Geminis.
Birthday to you.
Happy birthday
Happy
to you.
birthday.
Oh, dear.
Look at that baby. Deborah, is that your harmony?
Steven, I hope you're having a great birthday. We're going to be singing a song.
Oh.
Joan Embry.
It's everyone talking. Yeah. Sorry, I'm not as cute.
Hi, Jenna. Oh, I turned the sound. Oh. Your sound is on. Good thing we didn't say anything bad.
So are you going to try to get him to sleep and then?
No, I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
Goodness, look how many people are here.
Really?
Hey, Jude.
Hey.
Good to see ya.
That was a really good one, man.
That was very barbershop quartet.
Yeah.
All those.
I'm just sitting here with my Johnny pillow. Hey, everyone. If it's chilly, I have a window by my desk window, so we can close that. You guys chilly?
Steve.
Hey, Mag.
Hi,
Hi. Oh, there we are.
This is fun.
The glasses.
Hello.
Where? Bottom left. Oh, yeah. Maybe your couch is attractive.
Oh, really?
Very sensitive microphone.
There are some new people too. Jeff, I don't know who Jeff is. Hi, Jeff. Jeff G.
Hi, Jeff G.
Jeff G is a friend of Ted's and Deb's. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Welcome. You're not on video. You know that.
I'm not at the moment because I'm still sort of moving around in the moment here.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
perfect.
Get settled, I will.
Good video.
Thank you.
Welcome. And this is the first time for the Fremont. Whoopee, yay, welcome.
Thank
you. Happy to be here.
And this is somebody else new. Ellen.
Ellen here. Ellen's my neighbor. Hi, honey. Ellen's there.
Ellen's the one that you told me about.
Yeah.
Acting.
Where are you? Hi, honey.
Hi, Ellen. I got your email.
Hey, look who's here. Julie from Lada.
Hello.
Hi, sweetie.
Dog's here too. Hi.
I can see it. Like God can see it. No, actually, you can see just a little hair.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Floating head.
Amazing how this just gets bigger and bigger.
It's like tic-tac-toe, but with sexy people. You guys hear me? Hey, everyone.
Yes.
Nice to say.
Everything, including the happy birthday.
They're being very kind. Joanne, you're still in Sarasota. Yeah?
You're not, Joanne, you have to unmute yourself.
That's definitely the first, only time we're going to hear that sentence.
Hi, Joanne.
Yeah, plans are in motion. Plans are in motion. That's all I'll say.
Curious.
Need some.
You're muted. I'd say that is my favorite, but we're not, so I won't say it.
Saw Jim Lawrence come in. Oh, there he is. Hi, Jim.
Susie, where's Frank?
More people.
Frank is off screen being.
Yeah, but now we're on a second page. So we don't,
Julie. Here he is.
we'll change it to speaker view. Once it,
There's our Frank.
My dog is barking because there's a crazy Florida thunderstorm right now. I have to go on mute.
Frank, is that you barking?
What?
Really hard on my ears.
Hi.
Jim,
Yes. Hi. Hi, Susie. Hi, Paul.
welcome, welcome.
Hi, Jim.
Hi, Susie. How are you?
Good.
Saw Frank there for a hot moment.
There he is.
There he is.
Hey, man.
How you doing, man? Good to see you. Hey, Ted. Friendly, familiar faces. Hi, everybody. Hi, Emily. Amelia.
I'm muting us while Paul chokes to death over here.
Uh-oh.
Hi, Deborah.
Go Fifi.
that sentence very calmly.
Somebody new, Joan. Hi, Joan.
Hi,
Haven't met you.
Joe.
Welcome.
And you are Deb?
Deb. Yep. And hopefully Eric will be able to get it this time.
I'm here to watch and listen today.
Good.
Me too.
So are we.
Joan's name could be Joe Angel Man.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, yeah.
Doggy.
Smooth up here.
Started yet.
Can you get it? Want me to help you? You want me to help you?
Oh, that hurts.
Wait another minute. And then I'll mute everybody at once, but hey, Deborah, did I say hi? Hi, hon.
No.
Mute it, mute it.
Yeah, I was going to take it. I took something else.
Everybody but Ronnie is here. Where's Ronnie? Diane isn't here. Well,
Is Sonia Pilser here?
I'm here.
Oh, 32.
okay, everybody, welcome. I'm going to mute us all. I'm going to mute all of you. Did somebody say something?
I don't know what this is.
Very painful.
Okay. Hi, everybody who I can't see. I can see. I know, I love that. Hi. And it's very weird to talk and not hear anything, like see all these faces and not hear anything. Okay. This is iWow, Inwards Outwards, June 2nd, 2020. We've got a bunch of new people here visiting. Welcome, and welcome to the regulars. The theme tonight is short and sweet. You don't have to use the theme. I've asked all the performers to try and keep their pieces to under 3 minutes, but do what you do. It's all fine. And we'll try to end close to 9 p.m., just so you know that that's our time limit. I will tell you who is on deck and who is up now. And if performers will unmute yourself, hold on, just letting Francine in. If performers would unmute yourselves when I call your name, because I can't find your name on the list so easily, and then you can mute yourselves when you're done. Hey, Francine, you got on, I see. Good. Hi, hon. What else do I want to tell you? I'm recording this, and then I'll send you the link in a couple of days. And it goes up on CTSB eventually, which is our local TV station. They're very happy to put that together for us. So yay them. Let's see. If you, if it's because I didn't send you a list of the performers, if it's getting late and you want to go on, you know, just chat with me, okay? I'm assuming you all know how to chat, how to do the chat thing. Somebody's chatting. Unmute yourself. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and if you don't want to be recorded, you can tell me at the end and I will delete you from the final recording, okay? Just nod your head, yeah. Okay, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go first, and on deck are the Fremonts, Steph and Justin. So, okay. This is a short poem called Things Will Come. Things will come, things will go, sometimes quickly, sometimes slow. Do not judge, do not fear. Simply love all that's here. Feelings come, feelings go, sometimes quickly, sometimes slow. Do not judge, do not fear. Simply love all that's here. Life will come, life will go, sometimes quickly, sometimes slow. Do not judge, do not fear. Simply love while you are here. Thank you. Okay, just letting people in, and we'll just get them in, and then let's see who's on deck. Kristen Grippo is on deck, and up next are the Fremonts. Welcome, Steph and Justin.
Thanks so much. Hi, everybody. My name is Stephanie Dodd, and I grew up in Fremont, Nebraska. And this is Justin Badger, and he grew up in Fremont, California, and that is why we are called the Fremonts.
In honor of tonight's short and sweet theme, we are going to play a song called Howl that is based on King Lear, a play that is neither short nor sweet. I was a granite statue, I was an armored fortress, but now it seems they've weathered down. I was wrong, I was misused, I am my right to be stubborn, but now there's not a soul Thank you.
Thank you.
Yay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Great to hear you. Okay, on deck is Jim Lawrence. Up now is Kristen Grippo. Is Kristen-
Hi. Yeah, I'm here.
There you are. Okay, good.
Yeah, Deb, you can hear me? It's the only other thing. Hi. Let's see, short and sweet. So, like many of the birthday Geminis this month, I, on the 18th, will be turning 40. And that marks, well, the 10th anniversary of my turning 30. And the reason that's significant is actually not just having turning 30 or 40, but I've told this story. It's a not short or sweet, and I've told it many ways. I wrote a monologue about it. Sometimes people ask me, like, how did you end up in the Berkshires? The short and sweet version is, on my 30th birthday, I had sort of a stereotypical Saturn return, freak out, breakdown, and realized and admitted to myself that I didn't actually want to marry the man I was engaged to be married to 2 months later that summer in 2010. So let's see, so I spent that whole summer in dark sunglasses, sort of weeping and talking and having really deep conversations with every single person that was important in my life about the nature of love and existence. And subsequently did my last full year of teaching and ran away to Europe and had many Spanish lovers and some Italian ones too. And tumbled and bumbled my way into the Berkshires and met and fell in love with the guy that worked at the co-op making smoothies. And now I have this this beautiful family and this baby that's going to be 7 months in a few days. So I'm feeling happy and reflective and pretty psyched to be turning 40. So thank you all for being part of that really awesome, fabulous journey. Thanks.
Thank you, Kristen. Great to see you and the baby. On deck is Sonia Pilser. Up now is Jim Lawrence. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you, Deb. This is a short story called Hoover Dam. Walking out from the gym, feeling good, he smiles at the woman in her 30s who seems lit up to him. She and her 2 children are about to pile into the white Prius. Maybe because he's still a bit high from the workout, he says, "Hello." She smiles back, and some timeless feeling like an ancient river flows through him. They begin to talk. The kids look bored, and the mom is way too young for him, but he feels the draw and gives into it. "Great not to wear masks anymore, isn't it?" "Yeah, great. Beautiful day, right?" "Yes, it really is." He's stalling now because he can't think of anything else to say, but in a few seconds, he's aware of time as if he can hear it ticking. They'll drive away and never see each other again. A swell of sadness raises up in his throat at the thought. "Where are you from?" he blurts out, feeling his face flush. She stops at her open door, the eternal question about men and women flitting across her face. "Hoover Dam," she says. "Hoover Dam? Nobody lives in Hoover Dam," but he feels the jolt in his stomach. She chuckles. "Well, I mean, near there." Old dread fills his being now. She smiles again, starts the car and reaches to pull the door closed, maybe just a bit wary. "I was there. Hoover Dam," he says, talking fast for fear she'll be spooked off before he can finish. "With my mom and stepdad and sisters. I was 11. It was hot." A look comes over her face. She turns off the car, pulls the keys out of the ignition, and gets back out. He wonders if she's going to threaten to call the police. Instead, she says, "I don't suppose, were you blonde as a boy? Blonde, spiky hair?" A chill runs up his spine. He nods. "They called me Spike," he says. "Was your father dark-skinned, very muscular?" "How do you know that?" he asks. "How do you know that?" She stares at him a long moment, takes a deep breath. "I've had a recurring dream all my life. I'm a little baby. I'm there with my father and my brother, my dark-skinned father, my brother Spike, and my sister Karen." "Karen," he says. "On Hoover Dam," he says. She nods. She's trembling now. My father is laughing, she says. He holds me out over the dam and I look down, and your arms, he says, interrupting, stick straight out like you've been struck by lightning. Yes, it's horrible. And he lets me go and I fall and I land in a river. No, wrong word. What's the word? A little brook. I always hear that word, brook. Then I wake up screaming. Tears rim his eyes. Now he knows why he wanted to talk with her. My sister was named Brooke, he says. Her eyes go wide, her hands fly to her mouth. She shakes her head in disbelief. Oh my God, she says. Oh my God, did that really happen then to your sister? He chokes back the well-worn grief, then says, but he didn't drop her. He did hold her out over the dam, just like you saw. We all froze. My mother screamed at him, but she didn't move either. I think she wasn't at all sure he wouldn't drop her. But she didn't fall, the woman asks. No, not then. She died many years later in a horrible way. The woman doesn't want to ask how. He sighs deeply, swallows back the old horror. He looks at his shoes, raises his eyes, says she stepped off the top of a skyscraper when she was 35. She'd been mentally ill for a long time. Oh dear, the woman says. I'm so very sorry. She leans back against the car. The kids are impatient and a little worried about mom now. She shakes her head back and forth, slow, numb. I could feel it, he says, when I saw you in the parking lot. Yes, yes, me too, like we knew each other. Yeah. She looks at him. I've had other dreams, she says. Some are magical, like in heaven. She reaches into the car, scribbles something on paper, hands it to him. Spike, she says, please call me, won't you? We have a lot to talk about. His heart surges. He smiles. For a long time, as she backs the car out to leave, their gazes stay locked. Then she waves as she drives off, waves the way Brookie would wave. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim. Thank you. On deck is Amelia. Up now is Sonia. Welcome, Sonia.
Am I unmuted?
You're unmuted.
Great. You all might recall I was in New York City last time we met, but as you can see, I'm up here and I'm really happy to be. Today's a difficult day, so I turned to a favorite book, I Remember by Joe Brainard. It's 167 pages and came out in 1975 from a small press. Brainard listed his memories in no particular order. I remember my erections. I thought I had some terrible disease. I remember record stores with glass windowed booths you could play records in before you bought them or didn't. I remember the only time I ever saw my mother cry. I was eating apricot pie. I remember movies in school about kids that drank and take drugs, and then they have a car accident and the girl gets killed. I remember when a fart invades a room trying to look like I didn't do it, even if, indeed, I didn't. Henry James suggested that a writer, quote, try to be one of those on whom nothing is lost. I used to remember. When I wrote Teen Angel, I could remember every detail of being in a girls' gang. Likewise, in my second novel, Maiden Rights, I recalled all the dopey angst of first love, first lust. But that was then, and this is now. Now I forget everything. And forgetting is never as vivid as remembering. I forget 85% of my lovers, and there haven't been that many. I forget whether we had sex or just messed around. I forget what I'm eating as I eat it. I forget I'm drinking coffee and make another cup. I forget where I left my brassiere, my shoes, my pocketbook. I forget book titles, except the ones I've written, of course. I forget I've gone to the toilet, so just to be on the safe side, I go again. If her head was not attached to her neck, she'd forget that too. I forget my car keys. I forget where I parked the car. I forget to turn off my engine, leave it running, and rush to therapy. I forget to breathe. I forget to remind myself to breathe. Ah, I've forgotten about being part of a girls' gang in Washington Heights. I've forgotten about first love and lust. Ich vergessen. I've used Brainard's book, I remember, in my writing workshops. Many stories grow out of list making. I wish I remembered any of them. Thank you.
Thank you, Sonia. On deck is Susie Kaufman. Up now is Amelia.
Hi, everyone.
Where are you?
It's really good to be here. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can't see you, but I can hear you.
All right. You can't see me? I'm here.
There you are. You're next
There
to
I am. I'm right next to you. How do you like that? What I'd like to do is remember Jenny Fink, a friend of mine. Her father was Shelley Fink. Some of you might know him. He was an artist in the area, had an art shop. Anyway, Jenny was his daughter. She graduated Simon's Rock Early College. So she was very bright. She knew so much about everything. And a real deep depth of understanding. And she could talk your ears off. You wouldn't want to start a conversation with her unless you had a lot of time. She was a wonderful chef. She created the menu at Helsinki when they were here in Great Barrington. She also did a bunch of stuff at Tanglewood. She managed some of the food venues. I'm trying to rush to get it all in, but I'm just going to be quiet. Be careful. I came back north in February, the first part of February, and about a week later, her husband called and said she was in Fairview Commons, and if I wanted to go see her. They didn't know what was wrong, but to go see her. So I did. A couple of weeks later, I was able to do that. And when I walked in, she obviously recognized me and started crying. And, but apparently words were not she wasn't capable of words. And I comforted her and hugged her and stayed with her until the nurses came in to have to change things. And so I left, and I kept in touch with her husband, Richard, to see how that was happening. COVID was starting, lockdown was starting, and it turns out that he could not get in to see her, nor would we be able to get in to see her. And so I kept in touch with him to see if he, how he was managing it. And one day I called him, and he said that they had transferred her to the other side of Massachusetts, and that with lockdown, it would be impossible, one, for him to travel that far to get to her and to be able to see her. And then I called him a couple of weeks later, and I said, how are you doing? What's happening? And he said, oh, you didn't get my text message. I said, no. Jenny had passed away in April. And why I want to bring this up is she was alone. None of us were with her. And the sadness about COVID and how they treat people who are passing on, they're alone, and no one should die alone. So if you knew her, if you didn't know her, just hold her in your heart, that she'd feel comforted and know that she is loved. Thanks.
Thank you, Amelia. Thank you, sweetie. Let's see, where are we? On deck is Joan Embry. Up now is Susie Kaufman.
Hello, everyone. It takes a lifetime to learn how to be kind. There are probably some people who are born to it, but for the rest of us, we have to study kindness as if it were an art form, like watercolor painting or pie baking. Speaking for myself, I have had to observe skilled practitioners of gentleness to learn how they do it, about the proper ingredients, the methods. I see that not all caring people are created equal. Some are poets. They know just what to say to lift another person's spirits. Some, not in the present moment, of course, are deep in the body. These are the huggers, God bless them. The warmth that comes off of them, the scent of their flesh, is like a cradle. Some people have eyes that see you when sadness descends on you. Some feed you, and some sing, and some walk by your side. What makes all of this shine down like filtered sunlight before the heat of the day is the awareness in the other person that you are who you are, and that is to be celebrated. The world would not be the same without you, even if all you do all day is clean out your closet. I am an advanced beginner in this course of study. You remember this from swimming, right? It's not so long ago that I was a rank beginner, causing myself and other good people no end of grief. I see all of us in the lake doing the dead man's float, and I try out my new moves on the people around me, tentatively, experimentally. I try to leave silence for them, even though I am the girl with the words, and given free rein, you can count on me to fill up all the available empty spaces. I try to get a grip on my cleverness so that I am able to remember that what matters is what the other person is feeling, not the acrobatic spin I put on it. I try to avoid the great bugaboo of advice giving. I fail at all these things, but then I try again. Then, amazingly, I inch 2 steps forward, 1 step back. I begin to reap the rewards. In the air I breathe that previously crackled with static, I start to notice the music of all the giftedness around me. This family member in California is so forgiving. That friend in Toronto is so affectionate and encouraging. This person I don't even know that well seems to really understand who I am and what I'm trying to say. A rich polyphony of caring plays out over a drone base of loss and violence and hunger and racism. And I want to say to these people who reach out to me how grateful I am for them and how beautiful they all look on Zoom.
Thank you, Susie. On deck, Eric and Francine. I'm assuming it's Eric and Francine together. Okay. And up now is Joan Embry. We've missed you last couple months. Okay, hon. Can you unmute yourself?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. This is a section of a chapter of a book I'm working on. You stayed upstairs in bed with the baby. You weren't hungry. Your father-in-law had sent his housekeeper, Anna, to come and help out. She brought you a tray with tea, buttered toast, and applesauce, sick people food, although you weren't sick, just bone tired. You worried about her going up and down the narrow, steep stairs, but felt too weak to help. Downstairs in the dining room, there was the din of merriment. Seated around the long mahogany table were Charles, 4 of his colleagues, and his mother, who had also insisted on coming to help. They sounded like a free-for-all mob, carrying on till 2 a.m., by which time you'd nursed the baby 2 times. When she fell asleep, you put her in her crib, crawled back into bed, and fell into a sleep that felt like death. The next week was an existential foray into Dante's Inferno. The baby waking up every 2 hours, fear you didn't have enough milk, pacing the narrow hallway, drunken dinner party, rowdiness seeping up through the floorboards, your desire to kill Charles and his mother, then feeling the guilt of that, sleep deprivation enervating, turning you into a wrung-out rag, your brain vibrating in some surreal terrain of a bad acid trip. Shut up, shut up, shut up, all of you. Not really meaning it, just wanting, needing sleep, quietude. You were bone tired. Birds, are there birds out there? Has bird song been murdered by human dominion? Has the sweet sound of silence dropped dead? You knew the visit with both your mother-in-law and Anna wouldn't be short and sweet, but hadn't imagined it would be infinite miles beyond the pale. Your mother-in-law sitting at the foot of your bed already in her cups by 11 a.m., regaling you with stories of life with Charles's father. He wasn't a real man, not like some of the cab drivers I've had. Oh, shocked, are you? Don't tell me you haven't fucked any cab drivers. Well, no, actually, but cutting you off with, tell me, darling, is Charles any good at cunnilingus? Then abruptly calling down to Anna in the kitchen, Anna, do please come up here and polish the brass knobs on this bureau, won't you? Miss Blackstone, I believe I have other things to do. Like what? It's not as if you're cooking for throngs of people while you're not even vacuuming. Anna, get tired going up and down those stairs, which I'm happy to do for Miss Lolly, but it's time for me to go home. Mr. Blackstone needs me. We need you. What you need is something I don't care to give. Your mother-in-law guffawing, her eyes narrowing into shiny slits of malice. Dear God, please make her go home. Please, I can't take much more. Isn't my own mother supposed to be here? Isn't that how it works in normal families? But whoever said you had a normal family? Everybody, that's who. Everybody loves my family. Everybody thinks my mother is a saint. Such is the beguiling power of charm and outward appearances. Your mother is a lovely person, which is no surprise, considering people are blind to things they don't want to see. Racism, animal abuse, all manner of injustices abounding, always have been, always will be, which pretty much says it all. And now I'll say it again. I was bone fucking tired. Thank you.
Thank you, Joan. Thank you. Great to see you. On deck is Bubsy. Up now is Eric and Francine. Hi, guys.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Been on a John Prine kick lately, so we're gonna do a song called In Spite of Ourselves. It was Francine's birthday yesterday. Yay!
Thank you.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
You ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. I caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. He's my baby and I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spy our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking, keeps on ticking. Never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's a whacked down weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's howling at the moon. He's my baby, I don't mean maybe. Never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spy our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you, guys. Great to see you. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, let's see. Eleanor Windman on deck and Bubsy McDonough up now.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Happy
hi.
birthday to Francine, my birthday twin. I'm reading something that I wrote a few years back, and I hope I haven't read it at iWow. I hope it's not a repeat for people, but if it is, please pardon me. I have an obsession with cows. It's not exactly a secret obsession. My friends are well aware of it, but it's getting weirder. I live in a rural area where it is not an uncommon occurrence to see cows grazing in a field by the side of the road. The problem is I have become so excited when I have what I call cow sightings. The cows have become local celebrities to me. Would I rather run into Meryl Streep in a downtown specialty shop or a herd of cows grazing in just the right slant of sunshine on a hill, with the light dying in the western horizon, evening mist rising from the moist earth? It used to be that Meryl would win out. Nowadays, I'm not so sure. I took a tour last spring of a local farm offered by the Berkshire Co-op Market. In a large group of fellow tourers, I felt a bit silly to be the only one there without children or a friend or partner in tow. It was just me wanting to see the cows and spend some time. See the cows and be near them. I have stopped and visited more than a few fields while driving in the countryside, stepping out of my car and walking to the fence at the edge of the pasture to spend some time. There is a strange phenomenon I've noticed on these rare magical visits. If you walk up to the fence bordering a field where cows are grazing and you keep a steady gaze at them, they will actually become aware of you, one or two at a time, and they will lumber toward you and gather round, all of them, as if to tune into whatever form of wisdom or nonsense you care to impart. I'll find myself in this extraordinary moment where I have a captive audience of 50 to 100 cows just on the other side of a fence, so close I might touch them. So as not to disappoint, I've had to do something spontaneous to entertain the troops, so to speak. I've sung to them, I've talked to them. I tend to believe they are partial to Barbra Streisand numbers or Broadway show tunes, but Shakespeare is well received too. Sometimes it's all I can do to keep from crying as I hold their gaze, look into those enormous soulful eyes and say, I honor you, I respect you, I thank you for your service to humanity. Still more city than country girl, I can't say I will ever become accustomed to the unmistakably pungent, earthy smell of manure, but I've begun to consider myself a cow whisperer of sorts. I've heard it said that cows are very stupid animals. I don't believe that for a moment. Cows have a centeredness, a groundedness that feels very spiritual to me. They never move without total purity of purpose. I believe cows can teach me a thing or two, and I look forward to my next visit with them.
Thank you, Bubsy. No, I don't think you ever read that at IWOW. And happy birthday, hon.
Oh, thank you.
Let's see, on deck is Deborah Phelps. Up now is Eleanor Winman.
Hi. So this is some little excerpts from a story that I'm writing about a building on the Upper West Side during the COVID virus. First chapter is lobby. The building is filled with old ladies, some with walkers, some with aides, and many that manage quite well on their own. They are widows, wearing sensible shoes from Harry's, lots of black puffer coats, and carrying New Yorker shopping bags. The painter stands in the lobby of 360 West End Avenue, honing his estimate. The building hadn't been touched for 40 years. Still, it had a bit of character left with its deco hardware, some original furniture, and lighting. Pity, though, when the fixtures fall apart, they are replaced by some modern things that have no relationship to the existing ones. The bulbs are harsher, making the whole thing feel unbalanced. It's a rental, and the owner was not about to spend a fortune fixing it up. The painter got the job. His estimate was fair, and he came highly recommended by the condo next door. The tenants greeted him, smiled, and praised his work. He felt appreciated. The women went out every day, even in the rain. They walked over to Zabar's for smoked fish and traditional Jewish comfort food. Their cooking days were mostly over, and one large portion was enough for 2 days. It was a good life, and most of them were thankful for it. They would flip through their mail and catalogs like CEOs, dumping most of it into overflowing trash bins. They treated their only doorman like royalty, counting on him for a helping hand and thankful for it. The painter started a week before social distancing began. He'd gotten to know the feisty bunch who lived there and missed them when they isolated themselves in their apartments. The building seemed to shudder and die. If the painter steps outside for a smoke, he could see some of them sitting in their windows. The painter didn't finish the job. He was asked to leave until the restrictions were lifted. The ladies in the front of the building watch him as he packs up his car. Some wave, some smile, some close their blinds, and some will die. She sits, apartment 3C, she sits patiently and stares out of her third-floor window, waiting for the show to begin. There is a wooden table by her side. On the table, an aqua Corningware bowl filled with popcorn seasoned with powdered synthetic cheddar cheese. 2 cans of Diet Coke, always on her left, a bag of M&Ms, binoculars, and tissues at the ready. It is a bit chilly tonight. She wears a colorful shawl, the one her late husband had selected on a trip to Mexico. She is watching a family through their second-floor window from a mezzanine seat. Her room is dark. She barely noticed these people through the years. In those days, she was a bookkeeper with lots of friends and an okay husband. By the time the evening rolled around, she was happy to take a bath, read a book, or watch Seinfeld, and occasionally oblige. Things are different now, and these strangers have become the center of her life. At least she has some control. She can write their dialogue, piece together the scenes, and guess at some of the outcomes. How often would the phone ring? What would they have for dessert? And of course, speculate on what night they will have sex. She has a partial view of their bed. Mostly what she sees are the trips back and forth to the bathroom. This started about 13 days after social distancing began. Her television had stopped working. There was no picture. She watched what they watched and listened with her TV's audio. Interesting, she thought. I would never have chosen 90 Day Fiancé, but she liked it. Her food was dropped off by a kindly neighbor who blows a whistle and runs down the stairs. Her nails grew longer. Her facial hair has become a full-time job. And as a final insert, her hair has grown stark white. A dress rehearsal, perhaps? She looks out of the window at her skyless view and waits for the opening act. Tonight, a glass of wine poured into a beer mug gives witness to their apathy. Suddenly, she noticed someone watching her. A man appears from the 4th floor window diagonally across, partially obscured by a sheer curtain. She can clearly see his smear. That's it.
Thank you, Eleanor. Okay, on deck, Ted Phelps. Up now, Deborah Phelps.
Hello. I'm going to read two poems that I wrote. Both of them are acrostic, which means that there are 5 stanzas in each poem, and each stanza, the first letter of the word spells the title of the poem in both. So my first poem is Pandemic. Pondering acquired notions, driving economic, monetary investment calculations. Pretending all needs deserve expression, making insincere choices. Predatory appropriating nuisance, deploying energetic muster into cells. Peeling away narcissistic desire, eroding man's insidious course. Profound awakening, nuance, divine empathic movement in consciousness, virus.
Amazing.
And my second poem is called Memorial Day, also an acrostic. Minds erase memories, offensive, restive, imagining artillery launched directly at yardbirds. Mothers, ever maternal, overwhelmingly resistant, inconsolable, as lieutenants deploy able-bodied youth. Many energized masses organize radical interference around lies, deception, and yet men enlist, mortally obedient, regimentally inspired around loyalty, dutiful and yielding. Meanwhile, engaged mothers overcome rampant, ineffable angst, distressed and yearning.
Thank you, Deborah.
Give you some applause you can hear because our cameras on. Oh, well.
On deck is Susan Solivay. Up now is Ted Phelps. Hi, Ted.
Hello, dear. I'll do short. I tried many times to do sweet, and the times. This is a poem called Night Cures. And I have, what's it called when you put a quote at the top of something? Epithet, maybe? This is from Christian scripture, King James Version, Matthew 5:45. It's just one sentence. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. Has a similar theme to your poem at the beginning, Deb Kaufman. Night pulls all children, even biters, to her breast. Down, down, in and in, to lie still soft as fish, to make their nests like mice, and the best beds they can get. All up and down the street, she has them knocked, lost their cool, lost their heat, forgot their game, hours and hours down, down, in and in. What of those that cock all day, making stuff, taking, breaking, eating others soft as fish, pricks all day until their bones cry? They, the wreckers, also go down on the breast of sleep and lie like cows on high count cotton, drooped like finished loins, dumb as dirt. While night, her trillion cells fix what the breakers broke and dumbly ready them another day. So when they wake, they go on talking junk, things like hard-earned money.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Ted. Okay, where are we? Keith Emmerling is on deck. Susan Solivay is next. Hello.
Thank you. It was such a dark and difficult day that we honor with what we are showing here, honor George Floyd. But it was so good to leave the news behind and focus on short and sweet. So I'm going to tell a little story and show a picture at the end. When they were giving out the genes for tallness, my family came up short. At 5'2", I am the second tallest woman in a family of 7. As an adult, I leaned down to hug my mother, who is 5'6", my sister Nita, who is 4'11", and my sweet sister Tina, who's 4'6". Tina was short and sweet. Born with Down syndrome, Tina had the happiest, sunniest disposition I have ever known. Generally, within a minute or two of meeting you, she would declare loudly, "I like you. You're cute." She spread unconditional love wherever she went. Young, old, black, white, round, thin. She loved you. Going into a grocery store with Tina meant leaving everyone with a big smile. She'd say, "Happy holidays," especially when it was one. When I was a teenager, my parents told me a very disturbing thing. Tina's life expectancy was short. They told me that people with Down syndrome would not live past 25. I was crushed with despair and worry. How come? They said, there are diseases she will get that have no cure. Time marched on. When I was about 20, my parents sold our Brooklyn home and moved out of New York to Miami Beach. I was the sibling that was left in New York, and I took over care of my sister Tina. I would visit her twice a month at the group home she loved, upstate New York. I would visit her at the job she loved. I would meet the friends she loved and the caretakers she loved. And I marveled at what life was like for someone with not a care in the world. Meanwhile, I was thrashing through my 20s with stress, anxiety, and neurosis leaking from every pore. Tina had no neurosis. When Tina felt sad, she felt it, and then it would pass. I remember she would look at me and say, "Why did my sister die?" And she would cry uncontrollably, and I would cry with her. And within a minute, she'd look up and say, "Let's have some chocolate pudding." And I'd be left in a puddle, still grieving. I decided Tina was the healthier one of us emotionally. Speaking about healthy, when I was about 30 and Tina was in her 40s, I woke up one day and remembered her lifespan was supposed to be 25 years. Well, she beat that. I asked my folks, I said, "What happened to that disease that was supposed to be so fatal?" They said, "Oh, they solved that one, antibiotics." Praise be. Later in life, when Tina was briefly afflicted with dementia, I'd go visit her. She hadn't spoken for 6 months, and the staff there adored her. She had won them over with a smile and no words at all. I want to show you a picture, and I think I can do this for a moment, of my sister Tina, who lived to 67 years old. And oh, I guess I can't, Deb, you have it on disabled. Well, I'll hold it up.
Hold on, honey.
Can you see it if I hold it up?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Now you see me towering over her and my other sister?
Yes.
That beautiful smile?
Oh. That's-
She lived 67 years and left this earth a better place for it. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. Beautiful. Thank you, hon. Okay, where are we? Kate, Robert, and Justin are on deck. And Keith Emmerling is up now. Keith, are you here?
Right here. Breath, sweet as honey, on the way to the promised land. The inward and outward expansion as the air moves through my lungs. I would be free except for this weight that is upon me. Downward, impossible to free myself from. With the pressure, I now disappear. I see before me blue, but not of the sky. This world becomes faint. Dear world, why did you do it? Why did you take away my freedom and comfort? Am I not worthy? I have been here, waiting, yet the inequities persist. The mask that covers your face does not hide this. And Corona, your awkward and gangly appearance, like tiny shoots of red broccoli sticking out of a miniature soccer ball. You leave me at home with nowhere to go, and the only place I know to look for answers is inside the door of my fridge. My only vehicle no longer has a destination which to travel. I see it there on the horizon, a tiny glimmer of a summer that is not to be. Festivities dried up like a tear in the desert, eclipsed into darkness like day to night. You bring me no joy. You are just some unsightly footsore that wraps around my heart. Why are you not reincarnated as a porcupine and scurry about the forest like others, not doing much damage to anyone? You are a prickly prank that has gone horribly out of control. Is Mother Nature as ruthless as you seem to be? And now the protests and riots. This world turned upside down in a time of pandemic. The laws of the land are falling in disarray and civil freedoms are being crushed beneath the knee. There are many questions out there unanswered, so I ask you, world, why? And please don't tell me, well, because. That's it.
Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith.
Yep.
Ronnie Cunningham is on deck and up now. Justin, Keith, and Robert.
Hey guys.
Hey. Can you hear us?
We can hear you.
Yay. Hello, lovely people.
We're going to do a song from Van Morrison that is about sweetness in itself. So
2, 3.
you can take all the tea in China, put it in a big brown bag for me, sail right round all the 7 oceans, drop it straight into the deep blue sea. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey. She's an angel of the first degree. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey, just like honey baked from the bee.
You can stop us on the road to freedom. You can't stop us 'cause our eyes can see. Men with insight and with granite, knights in armor bent on chivalry. She's She's as sweet as Tupelo honey. She's an angel of the first degree. She's an angel. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey. Just like a real thing from the beach. You can't stop us on the road to freedom. You can't stop us, 'cause our eyes can see. Men with insight, men in granite, knights in armor bent on chivalry. Oh, she's as sweet as Tupelo honey. She's an angel of the first degree. She's an angel. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey. She's like an angel, baby, from the green. Well, you know she's alright. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey. She's an angel of the first degree. She's an angel. She's as sweet as Tupelo honey. Just like honey, baby, from the bee.
Thank you, guys. That was beautiful. Thank you. Okay, Deborah Macheski is on deck. Ronnie Cunningham is next.
There we go.
Hey, Ronnie.
Hello. It's good to see everybody. The other day, I dropped my car off at John's garage in Housatonic and walked all the way over to the Mountain Bakery and back, but the car hadn't gone into the shop yet. So I decided to walk across the playground, and I picked up a book that turned out to be a National Geographic special on how different kinds of animals survive through camouflage and the kind of fur that they have. And while I was reading this, I saw my car go into the shop. Something dropped out of a tree and landed on my shoulder. And it was a fledgling robin. He stayed there for a little while and then jumped onto the top of my Tanglewood hat. And we tweeted and I hummed to him, and someone came along who had a cell phone and took videos, which are actually really lovely. And I felt deeply blessed. Thank you.
Now that was, you win the prize for short and sweet. Thanks, Ronnie. Okay, on deck is Kit Patton. I'm assuming you still want to perform, but you can let me know in a minute. And up now is Deborah Macheski.
Hi. Okay, I'm going to read two short little poems that I wrote. Here's the first one.
And we can't see you. Do you want to be on?
Something happened to my picture and I lost it, but I kept losing all of you, so I figured just losing my picture was okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the first little poem. I delight in the dark, quiet moments of early morning. When still warm in my soft blanket, I am thankful for the gift of the new day. What will this day bring? I hope for sunshine and a positive attitude. Before I even open my eyes to see the sky and world around me, to feel the soft earth under my feet, I wonder at the sounds I hear, singing birds, soft breathing of the one beside me, distant sounds of train cars rattling along the rails, a dog barking, the little town coming to life, a new day of possibility. I step outside to smell life growing, blooming flowers, leafing trees, and rich soil, ready to make the most of this precious joy, time to create and nourish my soul, honored for this chance to really see. And here's the second poem. This is called The Cherry Tree, in honor of my friend's tree. Sitting on the back deck, out under the blooming cherry tree, long tentacle-like limbs drenched in blossoms, deep pink of the buds yet to open, brown tinted lenses of my sunglasses, transform those soft, lush blossoms, deep technicolor abundance, stepping back into a 1950s film, sun-filled colors, unreal yet so detailed, striated, the warmth of shining sun, deep blues of sky between, wispy cotton candy clouds, feels cool and never ending. We talk from green deck chairs, looking over blooming flower beds. Even with snow showers, spring is here to stay. Blossoms sway and twist in the light breeze. Thinking of the Viewmaster, images from the long ago trip, California, Knott's Berry Farm, Disneyland in its infancy, Los Angeles, the San Diego Zoo, different fashions and hairstyles, bright-eyed children, the same as today, excited and unaware, sunny days of play and learning will fade to distant memories. Thank you, that's it.
Thanks, Deborah. Nice to hear you.
Thank you.
Let's see. Jeannie Bassis is on deck and Kit Patton is up now. Kit, you look a little frozen. You have to unmute.
Here, how's that?
Here you go. Yay. Nope. Kit, you're frozen. Oops. I think he's gone. Okay, we'll come back to Kit. Okay, so Jeannie Bassis up now, and we'll put Maggie Mitchell on deck.
Hi, can you all see me?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put my soles of my feet as into my floor, my wood floor as I can. My feet are kind of going like this into my floor right now. And Kit is there again. I just heard Kit. Okay. So I live on the edge of the woods in Southfield. I live in a place that calms my being, that helps me take all of the insanity of the world and at least gives me the beginning of a toehold into feeling like we're all fucking doomed any second. And as you can tell from my lousy Zoom live stream connection, I live on the wrong side of the digital divide. I live on the wrong side of the digital tracks. I might be frozen. You might hear me, not see me. Welcome to my reality. The wrong side of the digital tracks during the pandemic, during the world apocalyptic everything. And I try, but it freezes. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. Mwah.
Thanks for doing something physical and dancey.
Thank you, Jeannie.
You're welcome.
You got most of that. Okay. Okay. I can't find Kit. So, okay. Kit, can you hear me? No. All right. We're moving on. On deck, Joanne Spees. Up now, Maggie Mitchell.
Hey, everyone. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. There you are. Yep.
Can you hear me? I can't tell if I'm unmuted or muted. It looks like I'm unmuted. So there were other things I thought to share tonight, but although I'm currently in the midst of my own personal love fest, it seems as though the world around me has erupted in violence, hatred, anger, and racism. It feels as though the media thrives on this and continues to feed our never-ending hunger for stimulation and divisiveness, providing a steady diet of provocation, reactivity, and fear, with some sort of crazy political agenda underlying it all. So I am not an activist. I never have been, and I don't intend to be. In fact, I would probably say I am more of a peaceivist, promoting more the need for peace and love. To quote George Carlin, fighting for peace is like screwing for virginity. And also Martin Luther King Jr. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. If there is to be peace in the world, there must be peace in the nations. If there is to be peace in the nations, there must be peace in the cities. If there is to be peace in the cities, there must be peace between neighbors. If there is to be peace between neighbors, there must be peace in the home. If there is to be peace in the home, there must be peace in the heart. That's Lao Tzu. So the day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace, Mahatma Gandhi. So peace be with all of you, and happy almost birthday to Deb and to all my other Gemini friends here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you.
Thank you, Maggie.
On deck is Eileen Marcus, and up now is Joanne Spees.
Thank you. Hi. First, I didn't like this theme, short and sweet, but I wrote a song called Short and Sweet. I'm going to ask for a quick sound check because maybe it's the distance, but I don't hear guitars very well. So let me know if you can hear this guitar straight on, or is it all mixed up?
We hear some of it.
What is it?
We hear some of it, the high notes.
Okay, yeah, it's the way I'm hearing all of the guitars. I'm gonna not play completely. Okay. Short and sweet were Myrna and Pete. They met on Washington Square. She had a room, was 12 feet long, and they would go back there. Her cooking plate was one burner. She had a horseshoe on the door. Whether it pointed up or down, she didn't care anymore. Short and sweet, get what you can. Short and sweet, it's the American way. Short and sweet, start over again. Breaking your heart each day. Well, she cooked him greens, collards, and beans. He brought her flowers and wine. They had 2 kids and they had 2 jobs. They didn't have spare time. Short and sweet, get what you can. Short and sweet, it's the American way. Short and sweet, start over again. Breaking your heart each day. Well, a virus came and they stayed home, enjoying their day. The kids would sit for dinner and talk. They had fun games to play. But lots of people didn't like it at home. They drove everywhere unafraid. Didn't wear a mask and time's running out. You know, money's got to be made. Short and sweet, get what you can. Short and sweet, the American way. Short and sweet, start over again. Breaking your heart each day. If you look a certain way, life's not easy, you're hunted as prey. Your life won't be like Myrna and Pete. Short or long, life's not so sweet. Well, Myrna and Pete, in their backyard, she's growing some flowers, he's washing the car. The kids take classes only online, they still meet for dinner and have a good time. Myrna whispered in Pete's ear, I'm glad we're together, I'm glad you're here. Pete said, I'm glad you're mine, best of all, we got time. Short and sweet, Myrna and Pete. Short and sweet. Short and sweet.
Thank you, Joanne. It was short and sweet. Okay, let's see. Ian Max is on deck. Eileen Marcus is up now.
Hello. First of all, I also live on the wrong side of the digital tracks. And secondly, happy birthday to Deb and to Bubsy, whose birthday it was yesterday too. So good wishes, you know, life goes on. So I have 2 poems. The first one is raw, but I'm gonna read it. It's called First Generation American. I was raised on stories of fear, injustice, and scarcity. My grandmother's 6 sisters disappearing in the night in Poland. My uncle living underground and making his way to Switzerland, losing all his possessions. My mother-in-law as a baby, hidden in a sewing basket from the Nazis at the border. Human ovens, bread lines, and destroyed families. I was taught to not trust, to not tell, to keep quiet. My temple graffitied, my father's workplace protested, my family blacklisted. Anti-Semitism, racism, classism. I was taught to hide, to hate, to accept injustice. I was told, don't make waves, fly under the radar, be nice. I had to learn to speak up, to ask for what I need. I studied and toiled to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. To fight for equality, equity, and fairness through words, deeds, and actions, only to be drowned out by someone who was taught to fight to be heard. That's a little somber. The next poem is definitely short and sweet, and that's its title, Short and Sweet, though it's not something to tweet. I aspire to accomplish one last great feat, stand out in the crowd, be bold and proud, live out loud on my own 2 feet, make a difference to many and not even earn a penny, be in the right place at the right time, in the right frame of mind, leave a gift to the world with one last twirl. Don't bother being the perfect girl. Find the words that will last and take me past to the end, to a new beginning that is short and sweet and very complete.
Thank you, Eileen. Okay, on deck is Paul Salovey. Up now is Ian.
All right, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi, everyone. And I just wanted to say before I do this that after 2 months of timelessness, I was stuck and I tried to fit a workshop with a point into 3 minutes of time. So today I'm going to read to you some of the things I write. And it relates to the heart, and it's short and sweet. I call it, "We Have All We Need." Everything has stopped. Everything has changed. Everything is running into everything else. It seems right and wrong. Clarity has faded in the face of life's entanglements. What was up is down and vice versa. What was believed is no longer true, and what is true is no longer believed. Life has changed, and we must adapt. It seems we are trapped within our own manipulations of our human natures, and we have lost sight of the origins of our truth and are separate from the whole of creation. At least we collectively act that way. We need to get back to basics, for it is from basics that all is created. All existence flows within the eternal figure 8 of balanced reciprocity and creation. It is a river of creation's life force, and it gives life to all that is. It is the source and the sustenance of all things. It is our own breath and our life in all ways, as it flows into and out of form through us. The flow of life's figure 8 is the glue of our oneness in being and connects us through form and formlessness. Life's force flows into us and our breaths and through us and through our bodies, through our hearts, into the earth and back up through our hearts to the universe. It's there in our heart where the flows cross itself, that X marks that spot, where all the oneness of life's force flows, seeking balance eternally, where it flows through itself as it passes through the heart center, housed within our physical body's solar plexus. All the time, it flows, and it exists there for all seeking truth. It is truly the heart of the matter. It is felt in that crossing, in the blending of our being. Each human can feel truth in any moment because this is so. It is our knowing. And there is no doubt there. We are heart and soul, mind and body, all meant to function and support the wholeness of our being when used as intended. Heart and soul inspires and guides, mind and body does and produces. However, we collectively tend to let mind and body rule, hopefully with heart. We are too smart by half. We think we know better than that which created us to think. You'd think we'd figure it out. Maya Angelou said, "When we know better, we do better." It will take us getting that our inner formless is our true guide to our outer experience. We have all we need. We just have to get better at using it together. Thank you.
Thank you, Ian. Thank you.
Hi, everyone.
Okay, let's see, Janice Bowersox is on deck and Paul Salovey is up now.
Hello, everyone. This is one of the shorter pieces I've ever read, but it does, to accompany it at the end, I have a little recording, a partial recording to play. He had just won an Academy Award for Best Title Song for a Movie, then a Grammy for Song of the Year. Same song, two of the highest honors. He also produced, wrote, and directed the movie of the same name, You Light Up My Life. His name was Joe Brooks, and he had done creatively everything I wanted to do. He was now looking for a new project. He thought he found it in a screen treatment I had written, A Sign of Love. I even presented the title song fully produced as part of the package. I met Joe in the lavish office of Fred Levinson, a producer-director, who was shopping the script for me. Joe told me how much he loved the idea, and then in the next sentence said, he'll give me 50 grand to walk away. He would finish the script, write all the words and music for all the songs in the movie. My mood instantly changed from elation to immense disappointment. No matter how much I tried to have a shared creative input in some form, Joe rejected it. He just kept on repeating the 50 grand offer. I looked at Fred. He gestured, your call. I told Joe I wanted to discuss the offer with my buddy and collaborator on the song, H.M. Saffer. I asked Fred if I could use the phone in the next office. He nodded. Joe settled back in the lush couch. My phone conversation with H.M. was brief. H.M.'s reply even briefer. You wrote the treatment. It's your idea, Paul. Do what you think is best for you. We will still be friends no matter what. I strode back into the room and with a broad smile said to Joe, here's my counteroffer. Go fuck yourself. I walked joyously onto sunny Fifth Avenue, recalling Joe's shocked expression, crossed the park, feeling light and accomplished. On my way home, I felt 50 grand. It was in my pocket, but it wasn't. It didn't matter. 10 years later, Joe was arrested as a casting couch rapist of 11 young starlets. Before trial, he committed suicide. Here's the title song of the movie that was never produced, A Sign of Love.
And I'm just going to play the first few minutes, first 60 seconds of it, and I hope you can hear it.
You can spend your whole life waiting for someone to love you. It's not so easy being sure when love is courting you.
Can you hear it?
So keep your eyes wide open. Love may be hiding in a look, a smile, a touch. Never stop your heart from opening. You time to learn the sign. A sign of love is all you ever needed. So make your heart so you won't be cheated. A sign of love, a sign of love, a sign of love, a sign of love. Most precious thing someone can give. New reason to live.
Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Okay, I saw Kit arrived. See here? Okay, well, Kit, you're on deck, and Janice Bowersox is up next. Hey, Janice.
Good evening, everyone. Get your chat window open, please, so we can have a little game here. Julie's rubbing her hands. Julie, you have to put one hand behind your back for this one. So I'm going to describe words that contain the word short in them. And I'm going to do this myself tonight, Susan. I got my little bell, Susan Savoy. Everyone ready? Thumbs up? Okay, so you're just going to type to everyone your answers. Yep, the Freedmonts are ready. And we know that Kate, Robert, and Justin, we won't know who it is, but if one of you guesses. Okay, instead of going the long way, we decided to take the, oh, wow, hold on. Bubsy got it first. There's a little delay there. Okay.
But honey, say out loud what the answer is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Susan did that for me. Shortcut. Thank you very much. Okay, this is widely associated with Christmas and a holiday, the last day of the year, called Hogmanay. It's a Scottish biscuit that does not contain, yep, shortbread. Oh, it goes so fast I can't even see who had it first. Somebody up there, can I scroll up? Oh yeah, James Lauren, Jim, woohoo! Shortbread, nice job. Okay, next time I'm going to use you again, Susan. This is confusing. Okay, examples around the world: food, water, medical care, and toilet paper. Oh, wait, no, it's not scrolling. Shortages, that's right, Ted. Woohoo! Okay. Let me get to the bottom. Okay. Mom's little baby loves. Yeah, shortening. Ted, was that Ted first? No, yeah, it was. Ted.
Shortening.
Ted. Shortening, Mama's little baby. Okay. Okay, so if you give someone a $20 bill for an $8 item, but they only give you back $10, what? Yes, you got shortchanged. Joanne, woohoo.
I got kicked out.
Who?
I didn't know. I lost my connection to you, so I missed the whole game so far. I just got back in.
Oh, Julie, no wonder you weren't answering them.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right.
You can watch the instant replay. By the way, before I complete this, I just want to give a big shout out for Deb Kaufman for this incredible event and for getting us all together. And, you know, in some ways it's better. We can stay home, we can see each other's homes, and we can have people from Florida online. Okay. These are, if you're unable to see distant objects clearly. Yes, Jim, short-sighted, woohoo! And in the height of the Cold War, these bands were packed with the content of Voice of America.
Shortwave.
Wow, yes, Ronnie. And Maggie. Maggie, maybe? Yeah, no, Ted also. Don't know who was first. Okay, Joe Biden may have one of these for his VP running mates. It would, oh yes, there we go. Short list, yeah, Justin or
yes,
Robert or Kate. And last but not least, Derek Jeter, Cal Ripken. Yeah.
Shortstops.
Shortstops, yes. Who we got up here that typed in first? Justin and company again. And let me just say goodnight to you all. Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you, Janice, and everyone. It was great. All the little unmuted people. Okay, well, I don't see Kit, but I'm just gonna say, Kit, if you're there, you're up now. If not, Rozzy Reese is our last performer, unless I missed someone. Did I miss anyone? Kit has left the E building, okay? So Rozzy, if you can unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm just going to turn on the light. Oh, is that better?
That's better.
Yeah. Okay. How lovely. So this song that I'm going to share is a song that that came to me in, oh, my heart's going. That came to me in 2008, before Obama was elected. And I actually have this vision, which I love, and I'd love to get a group of people together to sing this song and to harmonize it in little squares, like I've seen some things on YouTube. So the one thing I just wish to say to preface the song is that in the song I refer to colors, and I refer to new colors. And what I mean by that is, in my opinion, that when our consciousness raises, that there are new colors that we're able to see that we might not have been able to see at a different consciousness. And actually, I believe if you look at old art, there might have been colors missing that we now have. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I'm a little nervous. This song's written in a new color. It's the color we're about to see. Made up of a new vibration, peace and harmony. This song spoken to a new nation who can hear a new sound. A sound where light and reunification, abound. Stay tuned, the changes are a-coming. Stay tuned, they're taking form. Stay tuned for the joy in this nation. Joy in the world when oneness is born. This song builds new castles, castles which come down through the sky. They're made of your imagination and the light in your eyes. Stay tuned, the changes are a-coming. Stay tuned, they're taking form. Stay tuned for the joy in this nation, the joy in the world as oneness is born.
Oh, we need to hear everybody singing. Thank you, Rozzy.
Yes, I wish to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Deb.
Yes, Ronnie.
Yes, I forgot part of my story. May I do it?
Sure.
Well, as you know, I had a fledgling robin on my hat, and it reminded me of the first poem I learned as a child. In my garden, down by the swings, every morning a blackbird sings. His beak so yellow, his coat so black, makes a fellow whistle back.
Thank you, Ronnie. Yes, we need
Short and tweet.
Short and tweet, yes.
Okay, gang. Is that everybody? Oh, yes, sure, Justin. Go ahead.
Okay. This is a song we wrote for you. Is it on me?
Justin and Kate and Robert, I think, are gonna sing a short song.
Yeah, just
Ready?
making it up on the spot.
This is for Deb for her birthday. And sing along if you know it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Deborah.
Happy birthday to you and many more.
Thanks, Deb,
Good
for
job.
putting this together.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Deb.
you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Coming up. And
Happy birthday.
Happy
Birthday.
And thank you.
Thank you, everybody.
Deb, thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Night.
Deb, if you weren't born, we couldn't have iWow.
That's right.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Something else. You would have had something else. Things come and they go. Sometimes quickly, sometimes slow.
I was wonderful.
Where have I heard that before?
Love you, everybody. Thank you for coming.
Hi,
It's
Deb.
been
Thanks,
great.
Deb.
Thank
Love
you,
you.
Deb.
Bye.
Thank
you all.
you. So
Great to see you.
guys.
Great to see you.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Saying goodbye.
Everybody's
Who's gonna do it the longest?
Good here.
I can do this all night.
I'm
Waving and
gonna
smiling. Waving and
be
smiling.
laugh. I'm not hanging up yet. Me and Angel are still here.
Oh, look at that. Oh, is that what is that? A cat?
But Embry's still there.
She just go there.
Oh, Keith is there.
Hey, Ross,
Hi,
stay on.
Kate.
Tell you something.
Okay.
Hey, Ross. So, a lot of
Who's
years ago.
speaking?
No, it's Ted Phelps. It's about the colors thing. There was a book called Cosmic Consciousness in 1970 or so, and the color that evolved was blue. We used to not be able to distinguish blue from black, and there's this fight, in the world about which lives matter more, blues or blacks. I just had that thought that we evolved into a discrimination. Yeah.
Well, hopefully they'll come together and they'll create a beautiful purple or something, or they'll create the violet flame.
Thank you. Very nice.
Yeah.
Thanks for your song.
Good
to see you, Rod.
Bye,
Goodbye.
everybody. Love you all.
Bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye, Deborah.
Nina, nice to see you, honey. Bye.
Miss the pool. I miss the pool. I miss swimming.
Yeah. We miss a lot of things.
Yeah.
Things come and things go.
Business.
Quickly, sometimes slow.
Heard that somewhere. Ah, blessings upon all of you. Go safe.
Bye, sweetie.
Yeah. Take care.
Bye, Amelia.
Ooh, thank you.
Kate and Justin and Robert, nice to see you. And look at the lighting. Oh my God.
Nice to see you too.
Oh,
Roz, I will be calling you soon.
Okay, everybody.
Okay, who's that? Oh, Kate.
Yeah,
Hi, Kate, sweetheart.
I'll be calling you.
Bye. Thank you,
That's
Deb.
fine. When you do.
Hi, Rosie. Thank you, hon.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Inwards, outwards.